buenas. ¿Veis que escucho? Eso, el piriñamiña. Si puedo mejorar con letrado, letra beta. Es también de la OTAN, de Finlandia y de Noruega. No sé si de Suecia, Dinamarca, Países Bajos. Pongo radio en New York.
Any proof of waste, fraud, or abuse?
Look, this administration, time and again, has used waste, fraud, and abuse, something that I agree we should be taking on.
En la MSNBC.
We should be constantly working to improve the education system for
Porque
kids. But I really would love to hear them say
dentro de vuestros portales
billions of dollars that flows to kids in rural communities and urban communities that make sure
que no han el
trained
espejo,
to teach math and science, something that
el
we
para el
can
tiempo.
compete economically, that protect young girls from sexual assault, or that make sure people can go to college and afford to go to college, that's waste, fraud, and abuse. I don't think anybody wants to the polls in November. Eliminate Pell Grants. I don't think anybody went to the polls in
Nos
November.
ha llevado nuestra propia destrucción en el planeta
Your kid gets the services you need. That, by the way,
con las
leyes.
leyes.
That kid relies upon to get the education they deserve.
Hay un drama
That's
en
not
cada
what people
casa.
expected, and that's certainly not what people talk about when they say waste, fraud, and abuse.
I think I agree with you, and I think what some folks,
Vive dentro
especially
de la
Republicans,
atmósfera.
did vote on
Para
was
estar viendo
this
bit
idea of parental choice
que
and
en
parental
tribunales si
control
lo
in
demuestras,
education, and it would seem to me
como no quiere que suba estas cámaras en directo en 4K, porque él también sale. En la parcela controla Nintendo. Media hora. Pero 4 trozos de pizza. Pues las leyes, los gobiernos de izquierdas pierden otorgando libertades, porque eso es menudo. Pero eso no es un problema voluntario de instalación, porque él te puede decir una mina en tu piso con mediana gratitud, pero les llega mensajes en los careos entre luz azul, como en tu canal o en tu guión de la película. Les da mensaje igual que en tu canal, en tu guión, y prefiere el mensaje es en efectivo, es un puesto, a luz azul, porque es simplemente jamás visto racistas maleantes. ¿Es raza UFO o raza humana?
Because it's a very difficult thing to do legally. So when you can't do something legally, just do it illegally. And that's why across the board, we've been undefeated in court in getting his illegal actions that harm our residents, freezing trillions of dollars in spending, cutting Medicaid, giving Elon Musk, the world's richest man, access to all of our data. All of these things we've had to go to court for, and we're batting 1,000 because this administration has demonstrated an utter disregard for the legal constraints on a presidency, and he's hurt millions of people in the process.
Well, the attorneys general are making very sophisticated legal arguments. I have to say that I always appreciate that so much of it boils down to, we're going to have to administer this, and we're not sure how any of this could actually work. Thank you so much for being with us, New Jersey Attorney General Matt Platkin. Thank you. Up next, much more on Doja's legal troubles and new reporting that they are actively trying to hide their mistakes. Going to be right back.
Looking for even more of the audio you love? Upgrade it, saying we will never raise taxes even on millionaires and billionaires. More top sports. And everything in between. Upgrade now for the premium listening experience.
Es un concepto. Los universos mentales y la astrofísica es un concepto. Your pain es pain. Spine again. Es un concepto. La astrología, las religiones.
Serious side effects may include pancreas
No
inflammation
son
and problems
astrofísica.
or stomach problems. Call your prescriber if you have any of these symptoms.
Cuando cae la campana.
Wegovy may cause low blood sugar in people with diabetes, especially if you take medicines to treat diabetes. Call your prescriber about vision changes, if you feel your heart racing while at rest, or if you have mental changes.
Porque no había
Your
mucho
pressure
líder.
suicide may occur. Common side effects include nausea, vomiting, diarrhea,
Diarrhea,
constipation, stomach pain, flu, or upset, headache,
luego,
feeling tired, dizzy,
oh yeah.
bloated, gas, and heartburn. Some side effects lead to dehydration, which may cause kidney problems.
With Wegovy.
I'm losing weight.
Not keeping it off.
I'm lowering my CV risk.
Ask your prescriber about Wegovy.
I tried everything for my stubborn dandruff, and then I found Nizoral. Nizoral works differently to get to the root cause of dandruff. In fact, its active ingredient is 10 times more effective at fighting fungus, the primary cause of dandruff. Say goodbye to stubborn dandruff with Nizoral.
When you really need to sleep, you reach for the really good stuff. ZQL Ultra helps you sleep better and longer when you need it most. It's non-habit forming and powered by the makers of NyQuil. ZQL Ultra, when you really, really need to sleep.
Insurify. At Insurify, we make it easy to cut your car insurance bill in half. Half? How? Just go to Insurify.com and compare dozens of quotes in a few clicks. Cut out the middleman so you can cut your bill in half. Go to Insurify.com and save up to 50% on your car insurance.
For plant-based, healthy blood pressure support,
¿Qué vale
there's
bien?
one
Su
brand in
apellido,
Walmart that
su
stands
pelo
above the
rubio,
rest. It's Super
los ojos
Beats.
azules.
Discover why more cardiologists recommend Super Beats for heart health support than any other beat brand at superbeats.com.
Weeding is the worst. But now,
Doctor Marrón
with Spruce,
for
you'll see
paneles.
visible results in 1 hour and dead weeds in 1 day. And it's safe for use around people and pets. Spruce, the new hard-working, worry-free weed and grass killer.
After careful review of medical guidance and research on pain relief, my recommendation is simple. Every home should have Salon Pots. Powerful, yet non-addictive. Targeted and long-lasting. I recommend Salon Pots. It's good medicine.
Oh no! Our water line broke. It could cost a fortune to get a contractor to come fix it, and it's not covered by homeowners insurance.
That's why you should have HomeServe.
It's emergency, HomeServe.
Your water line breaks, HomeServe sends a qualified contractor to fix it and pays for the covered repairs.
With HomeServe, the American dream of owning a home doesn't need to be a nightmare.
Plans from HomeServe start at just $4.99 a month.
Call 1-888-246-2612 or visit homeserve.com.
Your home,
Las peptides,
a symbiotic
eso,
companion for the working human, with 8 points of ergonomic adjustment and lumbar support.
la
All
tele
for
y la
prices
bolsa
humane, branch, wildly ergonomic.
de la banca.
In a rare case of good news for some federal workers, today, a judge ordered multiple federal agencies to reinstate probationary workers who were fired by the Trump administration last month, saying the process it used to fire them was not legal. U.S. District Judge William Alsop also had this harsh rebuke for the administration over the mass firing, saying, "It is sad, a sad day when our government would fire some good employee and say it was based on performance when they know good and well that's a lie." Joining me now, Georgetown law professor Michelle Goodwin, who teaches constitutional law, and Noah Bookbinder, president of CREW, Citizens for Responsibility and Ethics in Washington. You know, Noah, sometimes I feel like we are living in the upside down pretty much every day, and then Now and again, you get a ruling like this from the judge that makes me think, okay, there's still people who get it and are willing to hold the line.
Yeah, actually, when people, whether it's states, like your last guest, or organizations, are going to court and saying, hey, these things you're doing are not allowed under the law. And that's really true particularly with these cuts under the so-called Department of Government Efficiencies, DOGE entity. Courts are overwhelmingly finding that the administration is ordering it to stop. So once you can get into court, actually the news is often a lot better. The challenge is that they're doing so many of these things that are illegal that it's hard to get into court on all of them, and it's hard to do it fast enough.
Right, you have a Maryland judge who also seems open to reinstating fired probationary workers. There's still workers though who are saying, first of all, they're workers who are sitting there wondering, do I get to go back to my job? And then even when you get to go back to your job, you wonder how long it is, whether or not you are now working in a hostile environment. These judges should not have to be handling all these cases.
No, they shouldn't have to be handling these cases, and it is devastating for the morale of these employees. And it's important that we remind people over and over again that we've seen unconstitutional actions by this administration, illegal actions by this administration, that simply because the president puts words on paper and signs his name to it does not make it lawful. And that's what we're seeing from these judges.
You know, it is telling to me, Noah. I always argue this president, I do think he was elected to shake things up. I think there's a subset of voters who thought this government doesn't work. He's going to go in there. He's not just shaking things up. He is messing things up. I think you see that very acutely with DOGE. You see mistakes posted on their website over how much money they claim to be saving the country with their cuts. Now you have the New York Times reporting that instead of learning from those mistakes, they're just making it harder for people to find their mistakes. They're going against their promises of transparency. I think that tells you, Noah, everything you need to know.
Absolutely, and this is this entity which Elon Musk, who apparently is in charge of this thing, said would be the most transparent government we've ever seen, and instead, we don't know what this entity is and what they're doing. One transparency that they have had is they put up on their website places that they're saving money, and they're putting millions of dollars in savings. It turns out when reporters dug into what they put out there, really kind of amazing mistakes, like they mixed up millions and billions, or they took four contracts that were canceled by earlier presidents and have been dead for years. And then these mistakes started to be pointed out. Instead of fixing them, saying, "Oh, we're making a mistake. We're gonna get good information to the American people." Instead, they took all the information, so you can't tell what they're claiming. You can't tell if these numbers are real or not. That is the opposite of transparency, and it really goes to show that they're not looking to be evaluated whether they're helping the American people. They want to tell their story, have us accept it, and not ask any questions.
Michelle, there are those who are rightfully surprised by the reason they have been, by the volume of their attacks, what they've done. You were not surprised.
No, I'm not. And any of us that had access to Project 2025 who heard about it should have known that this is a blueprint, that even though Donald Trump tried to distance himself from it, this is what we see unfolding, those 900 pages that said the ways in which they would basically dismantle the government, dismantle democracy as we know it. That is what we're seeing. And the double talk of, on one hand, caring about free speech and transparency, and on the other hand, literally painting over woman, gender directives that say, here are sets of words that federal employees may not use. That's inconsistent with our Constitution and constitutionalism. So this is really a dismantling of democratic principles, which we've talked about for years now.
Well, a dismantling of democratic principles, but as you also reminded me, with a get-out-of-jail-free pass from the Supreme Court of this country.
That's absolutely right. In the immunity case, basically what that did is send a signal to Donald Trump that he is emperor, and he can do what he wants. And it was Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson in her dissent, and also Sotomayor in dissent, that had a warning, a very prescient warning, that now reveals how correct they were, because exactly what they warned about is what we're seeing on
case in this country. One of the latest efforts to support DOJ, the Trump administration demoted IRS's top lawyer, replaced him with one more supportive of DOJ's efforts, like accessing sensitive taxpayer records, plan to make cuts to its workforce. We have seen this move over and over again, where a government official, often a career official, is demoted or they are replaced by a loyalist. Your thoughts about what this means specifically at the IRS?
Well, it means a couple of things. One thing is that, as you were talking about earlier, one of the things that they're claiming is that they're trying to crack down on waste, fraud, and abuse. Well, the IRS is actually a place with a whole lot of experts who know how to track down waste, fraud, and abuse, and make people pay what they owe, and eliminate that waste, fraud, and abuse. So when you are getting rid of people who know what they're doing, and replacing them with loyalists, you're going to get a whole lot more waste, fraud, and abuse. It's going to cost the government more money. So that's one thing. But the other thing is that getting rid of professionals and replacing them with loyalists with a clear mandate from the president to exact revenge on perceived opponents really creates a tremendous risk that the government will be used to help friends and hurt enemies, and the IRS, which has everybody's information and determines how much money we pay to the government every year, the opportunities to do a lot of harm to a lot of Americans is really, really grave and really pretty scary.
Professor Michelle Goodman, thank you so much for being with me in studio. Noah Bookbinder, thank you so much for joining us. Coming up, Vladimir Putin's very mixed response to the Ukraine ceasefire deal, requesting a discussion of the war's root causes as Trump meets the NATO Secretary General just today. Do not go anywhere.
We hope you're loving TuneIn, but are you ready to love it even more? Upgrade to TuneIn Premium for the ultimate listening experience. Remove ads from top news stations.
Climate disaster-related death rate. Tornadoes hurt.
Enjoy non-stop music with absolutely no commercials. And hit the field for live sports play-by-play from the biggest leagues. Ready to upgrade your listening? Sign up for TuneIn Premium now.
Right away if you have nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, rash, swelling, trouble breathing or swallowing. Tell your doctor about lightheadedness, weakness, fever, pain, tenderness, redness or swelling between the anus and genitals. Ask your doctor about Rosique today.
Skating for over 45 years has taken a toll on my body. I take quinol turmeric because it helps with healthy joints and inflammation support. Why quinol? It has superior absorption compared to regular turmeric. Quinol, the brand I trust.
Are you sitting right now? It could be harming your health. Back pain, stress, and serious health.
¿Dónde está la gracia? Preguntó. ¿Dónde está la gracia? La vemos Blu-ray. Nacho Vega preguntó, ¿dónde está la gracia?
For your overall well-being, no matter where you are. Lightweight, portable, and covered in memory foam, Ready Rocker instantly transforms any chair or space into a healthier sitting experience.
Sitting too long isn't just uncomfortable.
¿Dónde está la gracia? Preguntó.
We make sitting a healthier experience for people of all ages.
From soothing babies to helping with posture, back pain, and stress, we discovered that rocking can truly improve lives.
Sitting is the new smoking. A sedentary lifestyle, whether you're sitting at a desk or in a vehicle all day, is not good for the body to just stay